All right, as we're rounding out our wishes, the next wish that we have, we obviously said we want AEW to get a second 2-hour show. On the flip side of that, we want Raw to go to 2 hours. Now, Santa, big guy, is this a wish you've heard before? Most likely. Is this a wish that you're going to keep hearing from the IWC or pro wrestling fans alike? Yeah. And it's because Raw is just too long. Again, it's a 3-hour show. That is a Lord of the Rings movie every week. It's burnout. You're going to burn out on just overexposing talent, overexposing storylines, reusing storylines. So just cut that down to 2 hours. I think the consensus is 2 hours is the sweet spot for pro wrestling. It's enough time to give good matches. It's enough time to do good promos, and it's enough time to advance storylines without, well, what do we do for another 20 minutes? How do we get to the next 10 minutes? What do we do in the last segment of the show at the top of the hour for the second hour of the show? You know what I'm saying? So if you just dialed that back down, 2 hours on Raw, 2 hours on SmackDown, and obviously 2 hours of NXT, I think you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck and elevate guys a little bit better and more properly than what you're doing right now, because it's just exhaustion. I love pro wrestling. It's my favorite thing. I've been doing this podcast with Tim for 7 years now. So obviously I have some type of addiction or love for pro wrestling, but it's just, I can't fully invest that much time week in and week out to a 3-hour show. It's special shows I can go for, right? If you're going to do a Christmas episode like what we're doing right now, or something like that every so often, okay. But week in and week out, I'm just done. I'm exhausted. I feel like the rest of the IWC is as well. The casual viewer does not stay for that long, so you're not even getting them to really stay on the channel. You're competing most of the time here in America with Monday Night Football, which is a 3-hour game usually. So it's just, we just need to cut it down. Cut it down to 2 hours, and I tell you what, we will be so happy. So Santa, that is our next wish, is that Raw gets cut down to 2 hours.